Hello guys and welcome back. So today we are going to try to go a little bit into predictions, and I've selected a few posts. And first of all, we have to check the Bitcoin price and how does the chart look. And we are sitting below this channel, and an end should be there soon. You know, I have a hunch that something will happen in September, and we have to focus right now on the midterms and on which the midterms will be on in November. So it's still some time until then, and Iran US, let's say, conflict of interests is going to deliver one way or another. And also we have on Forex Factory, I just checked the unemployment going up. Fed will have to cut rates if it keeps going up. The unemployment now, I don't know. Uh, the future, I don't know if it will actually go up. There will be more unemployment claims or not, but that's another thing. Anyway, something has to happen soon, and for more reasons, of course. Cyclical, if you think about it, and you also have to think about it's going to be the same but not 100%. So in this period, will something will come. It should come sooner than everyone expects. Something that someone expects will come, something will not come. Now, a third leg down, some people say, I don't think it will come. Because it's too classical and too many people will enter, and it will just not be. Sideways, probably. Small upside, I mean, small increases in prices, and then going sideways from here, it might happen as well, and people will wait for lower prices, which will not come. That's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. The market sentiment and the people's sentiment. Will people be buying? Will people be waiting? And I think a lot of people will be missing out once this happens. Now we have to be all eyes on the midterms. Right now it's a Democrat sweep. That's the main chance on the poly market. Uh, Overall, it's nearly $0.8 million volume. And the thing is, something will happen. In the fourth quarter of this year, something will definitely happen. And we have to try to predict what will happen, and make some money. At the end of the day, we are here for the money. So this one is also interesting here. US announces end of Iranian blockade buy. Chances are going down slightly. We don't have such a high volume, however, it's a decent volume on this one. And on October 31st, it's a 64% chance. It's also a decent chance on September 30th, 41%. It might go up, but I would rather watch this one because it's the deadline is 4 days before the midterms, and that's going to be the main focus. And this one it's rather irrelevant, I would say, and I think this one will be a definitely yes. Now this one is going to be interesting to watch. October 31st. Yeah, and also Ethereum seems to be trading in the channel at the lower side of the channel, and Bitcoin it's below the channel now. Yeah, they both are sideways, but this one seems to be lower. And Ethereum price should deliver more than Bitcoin, I would say, in the near future. Also the alts, and one of my alts is going down, and it's not a big holding, but for some reason it went down a lot. It was 75 earlier. I don't have too much of this, but you know, it's sad to see it go. Yeah, so my latest disappointment is this one, which went below 13 cents. Anyway, I have high hopes. I bought it here. Wait, at 14 cents. I bought it here. I was here actually in this day, so I wasn't expecting it to go like this, but anyway, I'm buying for the long term, so that's it for now. I would buy more if I were to have money, but I don't, and I would consolidate some of my positions like GRT, Volta, SNX, Sonic, maybe LCX of course, and maybe buy some more alts, you know, diversify my portfolio a little bit more. Now let's go and read some posts. Some of them more interesting, some of them not so much, but let's check this one. So the Bitcoin macro cycle has followed an almost flawless pattern. Now we have 2015 to 2017 bull market, 1065 days, and then 365 days of bear market, then bull market again from 2018 to 2021, 1065 days, and then 365 days. And right now, when is the 65th day? So 2025, 2026. When is it? Because you know, on the alts it's since 2024 actually, since December. It seems to be at the bottom now, and for a while, and we are basically going sideways. Let's go back on the coin market. You know, this thing here, let's check it. So we are basically in this area since 3rd of June. But if you go for the bear market, 10th of May, what? But nobody says how long the bottom range will be, accurately at least. So we are not far from, you know, for the 365 days we are at day 315 right now, and 365 days would be let's say about October, you know, which I said before watching this, so we have to watch October. Right now we're in August, September, and then there we go. So about 2 months from now, maybe even less, because it's the whole September, 2 weeks from August, and 1 week from October if it's 365 days. Now I'm not sure it will be this precise, but we'll have to see what happens. So yeah, he also says this would mean that Bitcoin could form its next cycle bottom before October, if it wasn't already formed. So yeah, we'll have to see about this. And let's go to the next one, which is rather a peculiar one, and it says, warning, tomorrow will be the worst day of 2026. That's a bit of fear mongering, I would say. Read this before August 17th, so we are in the 16th right now as I'm filming, and I will release the video soon after. US-Iran diplomacy is breaking down. Fed rate hikes are back on the table. Actually, let's check the Fed rates. Fed watch. I think they are not really on the table. The hikes are going down. The hike chances are going down, and we are now for holding the same rate. We are at 67.5, which is it's actually more than double of what it was a while ago, and but that's something else. So that's we debunked this one. About this, that's totally another discussion. Of course, it will impact the markets, but that's going to be a chain reaction, and if people come with solutions, that's a more complicated matter. Now, this one is also complicated. However, I think Iran wants to delay until the midterms, and Trump is going to try to pull something before the midterms. Now it's going to be interesting to see who has more tricks up his sleeve for this one. I'm not betting on anyone because they are both like legitimate. I mean, even if Trump has some tricks up his sleeve, unless they do something that they cannot refuse, and even then, that there are people on the ground that will not reach the money and the power, and they can just block stuff and throw stuff in the area. So it's not really like. I think not even the Iranian government is controlling certain areas right now, and they are. That's also a complicated matter, but that's you can talk 10 hours about this with back and forth arguments and counter arguments, and it's just going to be interesting to see. But it's a very unpredictable situation, I would say. The bond market is exploding to all-time highs. Yeah, that's also something to check. So investors borrowed trillions of yen and poured that money into US treasuries, stocks, real estate, crypto. Now the trade is reversing. I don't think that those institutional investors went and invested in my altcoins so much that it will impact me, but maybe Bitcoin, but I don't think this will have such a big impact, at least on a long term. Maybe on a short term we'll have a panic crash or stuff like this, but right now everything is panicking, everyone is waiting a new leg down, but I think we might have a surprise because it seems to be kind of respecting its cyclical thing, but cycles getting shorter, or at least the abrupt side of the cycles. So I'm mumbling too much about this. So let's go to the next one, which is from Hazer. Meme coins. You know what? Let's check. Danny has 293 followers, 1,000 followers. What are people saying in its comment section on this post? Geopolitics gets the clicks, but the unwin gets the kills. If diplomacy breaks down while Japanese money is already heading home, you don't get a gradual sell-off, you get an air pocket. I think you're wrong. the drop will be short and we'll get back. I was on the market when the Japanese had some economical problems in 2024, and it was a short drop and then it went back up. So this guy is right. The next week the same. The Monday crash, lol, and never happened, but always So yeah, this is fear mongering and clickbaiting, rage baiting. Yeah, so this one is hopium here, and it's a lot. So I hope for this, but yeah. Meme coins aren't just memes this cycle, they are the front door of for retail capital. And I've also noticed in my old workplace a lot of people who said, oh, I buy Shiba, I buy whatever, and they don't put a lot of money, but a few $100s to a few thousands, and yeah, they don't actually sell it on a profit. They just wait 100x, which won't happen, and they will lose the money, and then sell on a loss because they say, oh, I didn't, whatever. And I know personally a few people who do this, so that's that. And even if it comes, be careful what you're doing, what you're trading. So the last post that I've put aside is from a 1000x girl who says we are all going to make it. No, we are not. Some are idiots and won't even sell at the top, even if they buy at the bottom. So Bitcoin will move. How about alts? Another 2026 prediction from people who called the 22 bottom. Track your shit. So, we are in a downtrend for a long time, so we should have something soon. And I think the main thing to watch is the midterms time and what will happen there. And nobody can predict it really, but I think it's possible that something will happen in October. Something big, and it will come either from Trump or from somewhere in the geopolitical area. And I've checked the gas prices today. It was brutal, so I have to pay more to go to work. But that's that. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section, and see you with the next one.